My video for November the 3rd, 2018, number 2895, is entitled Round and Round We Go, Hypnotized. Is meditation merely a form of hypnosis? That's the question I ask myself as I sit in silence observing my state of mind. Of course, meditation is often referred to as mindlessness, without state of mind. Frankly, I cannot imagine that, not even in a dream state in which I am somewhere between being fully awake and sound asleep. If there's a place where I am all that is, I don't think I've found it, despite being told by some that it's real. I am always me, the observer, and the observed. Sound confusing? Welcome to the Human Life Club. Perhaps we are all hypnotized by the world in which we live, going round and round and getting nowhere. Nothing really changes, at least not in a clearly discernible manner. Change is so gradual that it's virtually indiscernible. Frankly, I look for something big, something that is so riveting it cannot be missed or denied. Oh, there is some drama, yet nothing so dramatic that it shifts our entire reality. Perhaps not even death can do that, but most never experience that. The few that do seem to be transformed in some way. I've watched the videos and listened to their testimonies. Are we finally approaching humanity's near-death experience? If so, will it end our hypnotic trance and usher in a real new age, actual experience, and not just more hopium? Yeah, it's not even 5:30 yet, and I've already been awake over 2 hours. And I was awake for at least an hour before I finally got out of bed. I mean, I was just laying there thinking, and then of course, when I come to the computer, I also have more time to just sit and meditate. And I have time throughout the day that I enter meditation or contemplation. I think about things. When I'm awake, my mind is on. When I'm in deep sleep, my mind may be on, but I'm not aware of it. But I'm sometimes in between, as I said. Sometimes I'm in a dream state and I realize it's a dream state. And sometimes it's going back to things that I've experienced in the past. And they seem very real in that dream state. Other times I experience things that I have no recollection or concept of. I mean, they're just nonsense. There's nothing that I can relate to so that it would be credible to me. I'm sure most people have experienced that. I don't do it by trying to induce it with some kind of drug or other thing. As I've said so many times, I don't do drugs, not even things that would be legal, or if they were legal that I could do, like ayahuasca and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind experiencing some of those at some point in time in very carefully controlled circumstances that I trusted. But for the most part, everything that happens in our world seems to be mixed with what can be trusted and what can't be trusted. And sometimes discerning the difference is a challenge. Am I the only one that feels challenged that way? Am I the only one that longs for a world of truth? A world where we actually cooperate instead of compete with each other? And I have nothing against healthy competition in sports, as I've said so many times, but life should not be a competitive sport. Not at all. And it should be based on truth, based on actual loving one another, caring for the other person, and recognizing that there is an interconnected web of life. We are all on that web of life, like it or not, acknowledge it or not. There is a single web of life. We all breathe the same air. We all live in the environment that is around us that we can see, as well as the environment that we can't see. This is where we live. This is where we have our experience called human life. And if you haven't noticed, it's quite chaotic. Well, I wouldn't want it to be the same all the time. A little bit of drama is not a bad thing at all. But when the same people seem to be in control of the dramas that we all experience, and there seems to be malevolent, not benevolent intent, I don't know about you, but I say something's wrong with this picture. Something's wrong. Something got twisted out of shape. Something became distorted. This is not the way it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be good. It was supposed to produce something that would give us a sense of knowing and enable us to be peaceful with ourselves, which is where it always has to start, folks. It's not going to start out there. It always has to start in here. We have to be peaceful with ourselves. And there were times that I was peaceful with myself, but I get anxious as I see the clock ticking by. Not that I'm actually watching a clock ticking, although I can. There's one right up there. And there's a second hand that tick, 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 goes right around. I can watch it. I don't watch it very often. I look at it once in a while, but I don't actually sit and stare at it. Most clocks are digital now, so all it is numbers on a screen, and you don't see the seconds ticking away. But the seconds are ticking away for all of us. And we have to wonder, where is this thing called human life going? Is there actual meaning to it? Is there a fulfillment of dreams and expectations? Is that in our future? How far in our future is it? Will we experience it before we die? Or do we have to die to get there? And then we don't remember what maybe we do remember when we're there, what we were when we were here. But there's a disconnect in any case. It doesn't seem like it's connected. And therein is the dilemma. That's the challenge that I have, and I don't think I'm the only one. I want to see a world that doesn't just go round and around like a merry-go-round. I want to see a world that actually is moving and progressing toward a positive change that shifts human experiential reality to something that is meaningful, something that is good, something that is actually worthwhile. Yes, I'm a dreamer, and I'm tired of going round and round and getting nowhere. How about you? Thanks for listening and commenting. Namaste.